students create a blank Google drawing. And then I tell my students to use the curve tool or the polyline tool, and these are my favorite ones to create their own unique shapes. Every time you click, it will form a point and close it back up by going back to your original first point that you clicked. And now you have your own unique shape. So this is what the curve tool looks like. The edges of this shape are curved. The polyline tool will give you more of a straight edge look with angles. Just kind of depends on what you like. But they need to create a puppet or a character, and I stress the importance of having body parts that are separate from the body, or like that you could move all by themselves. So like my wing is not all one piece, a part of the body. It's its own piece right here that I could move and get in different positions. Same with this foot or this leg here. And I'm going to copy and paste another one. So I have two that match. So this is just a very quick, simple bird that I just made. With Google Draw, you can change the colors of these things. Maybe I want it to look like a duck with an orange beak and two orange legs. By holding Shift, you can select more than one thing at a time. And then let's give his wing, how about a deeper gold? And he doesn't have an eyeball, but for this demonstration, I'm just going to keep it simple. So the first thing you want to do is, after you've got your creature created, we now need to think of different body positions. This would be maybe one position that I would want to save. So you're going to File, download it as a PNG. And now it's downloading. And then you're going to change the body movements. Maybe my bird's going to be flapping his wings and he's going to be running. So I'm going to have the legs in a slightly different position. And I'm going to do it again. File, download, PNG. And then I'm going to do it again. Save different body positions. And maybe move his wing even more. So like that. And then File, download, PNG. I ask my students to do this at least 4 times. You can have them do as many as you like. I just stuck with 4 as it being their very first time doing this assignment. So 4 times, changing body positions, downloading as PNG. And to wikeditor.com. They're just going to go there and click Launch Web Editor. Once inside wikeditor.com, you need your students to upload their pictures. So they're going to go to the bottom right corner where it says Asset Library and upload their pictures. Okay, once their pictures are in the Asset Library, now they can begin making their video. So I'm going to drag in one of my little duckies here. Now he looks really big. I could resize him right here and make him smaller, or I could make it easier on myself and just go to that gear in the top right corner. Let's change the preset to 1080p. When I do that, it's going to make my canvas size really big, and I can zoom out now. And you can see now my duck looks like a better size. Also want to make sure you click on this onion skinning tool right here. This will allow me to see his ghost appear, because when I go down to the bottom here and click on the next frame, or think of it as a next moment in time, and select my next little duck and put him in here, I can see where my duck just was because I have that little onion skinning selected. So that's going to allow me to make movements, know where my duck just was, so I can plan the movements that I want to happen. And I can keep going through the next frame by frame, and dropping in my little puppet, clicking on different ones each time with the different body movements. So he will appear to be moving. So I'm clicking on the frame, adding in a duck, sliding him over to the left, and going to the next frame, grabbing another duck. I'm going to continue to move him all the way to the left until he's off the screen. Now you can hit play and kind of get a preview of what he's doing, but he's moving very fast. So let's go to that gear in the top right, and let's change the frame rate or frames per second to a lower number like 3. We could also give him a different background color if we want, maybe some blue sky, and say apply. And now when I hit play, my duck's going to be walking where you can actually see his wing flapping and his legs kind of moving. So if you want your students to have a longer video, I would tell them to do at least 20 to 30 frames. And get creative with it. They can have a background. You can add a second layer here that they could then draw in ground if you want, like green grass. You can draw in shapes. So maybe he's walking on the ground here. Maybe I want some blue sky or white clouds, I mean. Add in some clouds. There we go. And you just want to make sure that this other layer you just added is the same length as your video. So I dragged that layer too and made sure it was the same many frames. 6 frames is all here. And now that background will play for the entire length of my movie. But I could switch doing different backgrounds. Maybe I want him to go to a different area or the moon or wherever. When you're ready to turn in or save your work, you're just going to go up to export. And if you click GIF, it'll save it as a small file. It plays on a loop. Or you can save it as a video file. This will be a little bit bigger and you'll be able to post it on like your social media if you have one. And the students can also attach either one of these files, whichever one they choose, to the Google Classroom assignment when they're ready to turn in.